Okay, so this is our schedule, and which you guys have already seen. We did see support and resistance in our last video and last session, I mean, and this was the date. We do have the content already available. If somebody did not watch, please watch. And you still have a question, yes, you can reach me out. We can have a better clarity. So in today's session, we are going to talk about RSI, right? So in RSI, what are the things we are going to see particularly? What is RSI? How this is calculated? And definitely we are not going to calculate literally to identify the values because system does it. You don't have to worry about it. And price waves, how to analyze the price, how the movements can happen. RSI setup, how we have to do the setup on the charting, understanding the bullish or bearish using RSI, and the divergence. RSI support and resistance. So the previous session, what we learned support and resistance and how to have this RSI and support and resistance to have a mixed decision. Okay, so that is what our flow would be, right? So this what is RSI and how it is calculated, which will be very, very basic, but still having this thought process are very, very important, right? So RSI is actually developed by J. Wills Wilder during 1978. Okay. And this is a momentum indicator. So what is a momentum indicator? If a price is on a particular trend, that will tell you where the trend is very strong, or there is going to be a break for the trend, or it going to be a reverse for the trend. So it is a momentum indicator, and it is an oscillator. What do you mean by oscillator? There are so many indicators that you can see on any tool, right? So when we say oscillator, it will be like this, and this particular indicator will go between certain value. That is why we call that as an oscillator. Like our ECG report, it always goes ups and down, right? So something that sort of RSI will go in this oscillation moment only. And the range for RSI is 0 to between. So there is no minus levels, there is no plus levels more than 100. So when you are looking at the indicator, that will be available 0 to 100 for this. So the usual setup for RSI is 14 period. So 14 period is still very good. We can continue to have it. There is no need for us to change. But how people have arrived to 14 periods, I don't have a background, but 14 period itself will give you a good result, right? So tool calculates the average gain. So when you're applying the tool on the chart, the tool itself will take care of the calculation to identify where is the current rate of an RSI. So this is a formula for an RSI. To identify the RSI one, it has to see, that is why I said 100. So 100 is a maximum value, right? So that's why we have 100 divided by 1 plus average gains divided by average losses. So since we applied 14 periods, the system will always look back 14 periods. So if you are taking 5 minute chart, it will check back last 14 candles and identify what is the average gain or average loss of those 14 candles. What do you mean by average gain? So in this candle, it could be a green one, it could be a red one, it could be a green one, it could be a red. So on those 14 candles, it will try to understand how many are green, how many are red. With that, what is the average value of green and what is the average value of red? So with that, this RSI lines will be charted in the oscillator. Okay, right. So now RSI is, people will say, above 70 or 80, it is considered as overbought zone, and below 20 or 30, people consider that as a oversold zone. So we should not be treating them in that way. Very high level people, consider it, hey, it's overbought, oversold, it is okay. But when you're applying in an intraday, I want you to see that anything above 60 is considered as bullish. Anything below, consider that as bearish. Okay, so between 40 to 60, if the price is going up, meaning I'm talking about the RSI, so it's called sideway movement also, you can see. Okay, right. um instead of saying sideways, it would be better like price took a support from one place and it is trying to reach the resistance. If it is reversing from 60, then that is the place for resistance. Okay, we can see it in that way. So now let's try to understand how we can apply this on the chart and how to see it. Please remember 14 period, it is always 0 to 100. It is an indicator and it look back the 14 periods of the past. Based on the number of green and red candles, it will identify the average point and the oscillator will be drawn on the chart. Okay, so RSI should not be considered as overbought or oversold, but it can be considered to identify the trend is bullish or bearish. Do you guys remember these basics?
Okay.
Right. So now when we are talking about the next thing in our thing is price waves, right? So let us go to charts. I will take 5 minutes for a better understanding. And is anyone have any preference on any stock?
We take Tata Motors.
Okay, let us take Tata Motors. Okay, so this is going in one trend, but let me take ups and downs so that it will be uh, very clear for us to understand. So in many YouTube videos, you guys might have seen, or even when I'm sharing some of the charts, I would be doing some markings, right, on the chart and I'm posting. So you need to understand how to draw those lines first. Okay. So remember, this is a candle. Don't worry about it's a red or green or whatever the color. If the price is coming from the bottom and it is breaking the previous candle's size, so let us assume this is the size of previous candle. Okay, so it means that the price went down and it is broken and the next candle is formed here. It means that price is going towards up. So breaking the high of the previous candle is always considered to draw the highest line of the trend.
Okay.
Exactly to the opposite, when a candle is breaking the low, that is when we need to mark the trend towards the low of the candle. Right? Very simple. Please remember. So now, do you have, this is the first candle, correct?
Yeah.
So do you have any candle before this? This is the first session of the day and first candle. Since you don't have any candle, you should not consider this first. I'm talking about only from intraday perspective. Okay. So you should not consider this candle to any direction. You should not say, okay, this is a green one. This is where it's open and this is where it went high. This is the low. So we need to consider, or we need to mark it from bottom to high. No. Okay, so you have to ignore this candle. Okay, so remember the rule. If we are going towards high, it should be breaking the previous candle, right? So now you look at this candle. Did it break the previous one?
No.
No. So you should not consider this candle again for drawing the trend. Okay. However, you see this one, it actually broke this candle and it went high, right? So now it is time for you to consider the previous candle. So actually the trend started from here. Okay. You see the next candle, it broke the bottom. So draw down. And this one did not break. This is an inside candle. Okay. And this is also did not break the high, but it did break the low. Correct. So when we are drawing the next one, it should be like this.
Okay.
Okay. And again, this is an inside candle. You cannot put a high here. But when you're considering this one, it broke the previous high. When you're considering this one, it broke the previous high. So from here, you can draw up to the top. Okay. So when the market is live, we don't know how the next candle will come up. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please remember, this is a range for the day, right? Because the first candle we consider that is a range. Most of the times that stock will trade within that range only. Abnormally, it will trade above. Abnormally, it will trade always below. Okay. So when it is going above this particular range, see, it did not break and continue the journey. It took a pause. So this place is called accumulation. Okay.
Mm.
In a technical term, people call this as a pullback. Okay. Meaning it went above the next candle, formed as a inside candle. What is the meaning of inside candle? We have one candle, but the next one formed between the body of this candle. It means this is inside candle. Okay. So we have one inside candle. So you need to cover this inside candle's low to identify the pullback. Okay. So pullback has happened. We drawn and it broke. This is what our high. Okay. But here this entire session, if you see, it was on the, we can't say until, either breaking here or breaking down. So, but this is basically an accumulation or distribution place. Actually, what happened here, it's broken. When it is broken, then we consider this as a distribution. Okay, right. You see this candle now again. It's with the volume. So it is telling you that this is a resistance level and you don't have, strength more than this price range. That's why it fell, right? And we need to again, so now the downtrend started, no? So downtrend actually started from here because it broke the previous one. So we need to draw here. Again, we had a pullback. Again, there was a break until here because continuously all the candles were breaking down. Okay. Then from here, 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 there was a pullback. Again, breakdown. Here, there was a pullback. Again, went up, went down. This is how you need to draw the price movements. Okay. So you have to start practicing these movements if you wanted to understand how the price length or wavelength would be. Okay. If the price is going towards this and if there is a pullback, then this place is a resistance one, right? When the resistance is again broken out, this place is a very good entry for us to go long. Technically, it's again totally opposite. When the price is falling down, there is a pullback and again there is a breakup. Then we need to consider this break and we can short it. So people call this one as a V pattern because you see there is a V here, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and people call this as an A pattern. So A pattern refers the bearish and V pattern refers the bullish.
Bullshit.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now let us look at another day. We will not going to spend too much on the wavelength here, but I want you guys to, understand this before we get into RSI. Right. So this is actually for, where is one day? Okay. 18. So this is what 18. So what has happened here on 18? This is our first candle. So since the next candle formed inside, we cannot consider this as a trend started. But this one we can consider because it's broken. So this is where the journey started, came down, went up, came down here. So this zone is entirely inside candle, right?
Yeah.
So it was juggling here and again it broken down and this is how it played. And see, again there is a pullback. So this is the A pattern. Whenever this A pattern happens, we can really enter this breaking down. Okay, you see this is a pattern. Here the V pattern failed, did not go up. Okay, so it's broken down. There is a pullback, again broken down, again there is an A pattern. It went up here, but it did not sustain. It went
Param,
down,
A pattern meaning
again it went up.
there we need to sell.
Sorry.
We need, sorry, A pattern meaning we need to first sell and then we need to buy.
Yeah, in intraday you can sell first and you can buy later. So this is where you are going to sell it and this is where you are going to buy it.
And stop loss although that where the point is
Stop loss
breaking.
will be above this.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So sell, we have another word is short. Okay, buy we can say here is square off also, because we open a position. The square off can be just closing the position, it can be anyway. All right, so basically this is the price wavelength. When you are really doing the intraday, you need to understand the price length. I literally draw and understand. So this is what in Zerodha, this is what the tool, this is called continuous. So I take this tool and I try to draw. Okay, bottom again here, 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 here. I draw like this and see for myself.
Param, I have one query. Suppose
Mm-hmm,
whenever it is breaking down, when it is forming the A na, okay, we have to
mm-hmm.
wait. We have to wait to complete the candle. Then only we have to enter in the
No,
next
no, no.
candle.
See, when you're completed the candle, you would be losing the opportunity already. See, this is a very perfect place. See, the falling movement happened here, correct?
Hmm.
And it came here and it was taking a reversal, but the reversal failed. Okay, it means that price tried to take the support. Okay, but the support failed. It was unable to go further up. So it was coming down. Anything, see, this is a low value, right? The green candle low. So you can readily keep the stop loss or the sell stop loss order to enter immediately. When the price is breaking down, you can really take the position. So let me zoom out further. You can have a better understanding what this candle is telling you. So we know this is a downtrend, correct? So this is where the things got formed. Price came here, went here, again it came here, it went here, but the thing is, it did not go further up. If it is breaking this high and it is going up, it means that it took a support and it started reversing, right? So the third candle was really telling you that there is a break. So you need to keep your short entry at this place, like maybe 10 paise, 15 paise, little further. Okay, because the price slippage can happen. In that case, you will get an entry and price might reverse. So don't exactly keep it at the low, just keep like 10%, 10 paise, 15 paise, little far. If it is like you're trading with 1,000 rupees stocks and all, you can keep 50 paise far also. Okay, that is the safest place to keep the entry. So the moment you're entering, you see, you can take this position, no? And that this candle is trying to, there is a pullback again, right? And you can keep a stop loss here. This is called a trailing stop loss. You entered here, till here you did not exit. Price started going up, and the last candle in the journey, the high of that, you can keep that as a trailing stop loss.
10-15 paise
Yeah,
away,
10,
right?
yeah, 10, 15, 5, say again, you can do that adjustment. Okay.
Yeah. Most of the time, what happen? Exactly that high will touch again and come
Yes,
again. It pull back.
it is very highly possible. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can keep your, trailing stop loss here, and the price did not reverse till here. It again went down. So it means that you are not closing your position for the benefit of some 3 rupees here. You wanted some more, and but we are ready to take this, profit reducing to 2.5. Okay. But
Mm.
if I were you, I would close this position here because it is falling from there. Correct? You did not enter here. You entered
Yeah.
here, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very small pricing company, how much it can fall further down unless and until there is a very negative news, right?
Yes.
So it is a very safe place to enter. But if you want to see, okay, let me see how much further it is falling down, then again you can keep the trailing stop loss and you can exit out. Okay, right. So now let us get into RSI. I'll go to Nifty only because that will be, I'm pretty much comfortable with the Nifty because we talk about market and stuff, So
Mhm.
here we can add RSI. Sorry, I removed volume candle also. Volume underlay. RSI. RSI, I did not do anything. I just clicked RSI. It came by default. I wanted to make a small change. So I told you to keep the levels as 60 and 40. Okay, system is telling you overbought zone as 80. So I changed that to 60 and oversold 40. As I was telling you earlier, I'm not going to see that as a overbought or oversold. I'm changing the levels to 60 and 40. I'm going to consider the 60 as a bullishness and below 40 as a bearishness. Clear? Yes.
Yes.
Maybe so far you might have had your RSI with 80-20, but try to change the RSI to 60-40. Definitely you will see a very big difference. And the period, I'm going to keep it as a standard 114. There is no change because we are talking about intraday. Right, done. Now you see what happened here. Don't look at the RSI, just you look at only the chart. Price was, just a trading here, to be precise. This is from to here to here. Is it not bullish?
Yes. Bullish.
Yes. So what is our rule? Anything above 60, it's called bullish in RSI, isn't it? You see
Yeah.
what happened? This line is basically 60. Let me just give a little coloring. You see, this brown color means that this is bullish. So price was continuously on the bullish trend only. Doesn't matter bullish meaning you should have all green candles forming very, very big and all. But price was on the uptrend only. RSI confirming you the same?
Mm.
Correct? And when the price is, falling down, you see this is where the price started falling down, right? When the price started falling down, RSI also started falling down,
Mm.
correct? Let me zoom it a little further. When the RSI started falling down, it reached one place, the bottom. That bottom actually touched 40.
Mm.
Again, I took a support from there. Again, it went to the bullishness. From support towards up, it's always bullish now. What else? Correct.
Yeah. Mm.
So that's why this 60 and 40 levels are very, very, important. Let us look at the other day. Price, it had a gap down. It went below 40. The entire day, it was just juggling here. At the end, this was totally bearish. You see what happened here? Price all the way towards or below 40 only. Though it came out a little, it did not survive over there. And again it fell down. You're getting the clarity? So
Mm.
if RSI is, above 60, our particular stock is bullish. If RSI is, below 40, our particular stock is bearish. Okay. So let us look at the previous day. 18. So 18, what happened? This was this is a distribution area, and again it fell down. You see what happened with RSI? RSI was above 60. So the price was continued to be on the uptrend. It started falling down, fell till here. It did not go to 40. Okay, somewhere around the 50 something only. It reversed. Then it was just having the oscillation here. Okay, it was on this range only. The moment it is started breaking this area, you see what happened. It went towards 40, even below 40. So this is basically bearish, no? So your RSI is telling you the same thing. So basically, if you're considering this candle, RSI is calculating the previous 14 candle and telling you where the particular line should be drawn. Okay, right. So one thing you need to remember, RSI is not a delayed indicator. It's a live indicator. Sometimes RSI will tell you what is going to happen next by forming divergence. What is the meaning of divergence? So you see here, price started from here, price was going up, price went down little here, RSI went down, price again started going up, RSI also went down. So this particular line which is created by RSI, is it not sync with the price wave? Right? And it was continued to be above 60, so the price is continued to be above on the uptrend. Okay, so sometimes price will be going high by making, see, this is called high. Since it is continuing trend, this is called higher high, and this is called lower high. Okay, again, this is called higher high. It means price is taking this trend. So this is called higher high, and this is called lower high. Again, this is called higher high, this is called lower high. If the price is on the reverse, then we call it as totally opposite. This is called lower high, or this is called lower low. Lower high, lower low. Clear? So
Yeah.
what is a divergence says? So divergence meaning RSI is expected to draw based on this price movement. When RSI is not exactly following the price movement, that is called a divergence. Okay, see, there is one divergence here. Let me take an arrow. There is no arrow here. Okay, I'll take this. Okay, that is not available. Okay, you see this price. This is the high. When this was trading here, this was the high. You're able to connect what I'm saying? Let me take a trading view. It is easy to draw
Divergent
things
meaning,
over
will
there.
it form an imaginary line?
It's not an imaginary line. This is basically calculating, why we are
Calculating.
calling that as an.
No. For example, when we are doing intraday, I don't know. I never done that. But for the future, will it show as an imaginary line, or
No.
just
Again,
as per the
don't
chart bars it
use
show?
the word imaginary line. The line
What
should be
I
drawn based on the pricing strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
Price is trying to show some strength and it is going up,
Mm-hmm.
but because it is calculating the previous 14 candle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So based on the previous 14 candle, it is not forming exactly. So in other words, price is trading like this. It is
Mm-hmm.
expected for us to have RSI also drawn in the similar fashion.
Okay.
But what will happen for the first time when the price went high, RSI will be drawn like this. But the second time the price is going here, no, we are expecting RSI to, come here and come here like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what will happen? RSI will do like this.
Mm.
Here it is making higher high. The original price is making higher high, but actually RSI is, making downside.
the mouth is going to open more and more.
Yes. So RSI is telling you in advance that wherever the price is trending currently now, it is not having that strength to continue the trend.
Okay.
Okay, so now you see the real example here. In this price, this is a top. This is a top, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the price is breaking this V,
Mm-hmm.
then RSI also should be breaking the V, no? And it should be above here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But actually what happened? Price is towards high,
Mm-hmm.
but RSI is towards low.
Mm-hmm.
So this is telling you in advance that the particular price value is not having a strength and it is going to fall.
Okay.
Actually, what happened? It fell.
If we convert this bar to line chart, it's possible to clear more.
Clear, but I have never tried, but let us see.
Mm-hmm.
See, one thing you need to remember when you're using candle, candle will tell you where is the open, where is the high, where is the close, where is the low. But when you're using line, you would not have that difference.
This is only close.
Yes. So the lines are formed based on the close of a particular candle.
Correct.
Okay, so the line is drawn based on the close price only, and it will not to tell you what is the open and close. Line will go, on a real time. No, you will see this up and down. The line is coming here again, going up again, coming here again, going up. But whatever the price is getting closed at the fifth minute, then that will be identified as the last point. And then it will go to the next stage, and again it will have the high, low, high, low, high, low. Okay, so I mean, on a naked eye, if you just keep it on a one day, and if you are seeing it, you can easily say like, okay, where we have that A pattern, V pattern to identify the breaks and follow. If you're a short-term trader or a long-term trader, you can do it in that way. Okay, so the moment we have a scope to have intraday, then you need to have more clarity, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So if you guys remember, in my last trading session also, I have posted this particular snapshot. Price is actually on the higher high, but RSI is actually on the higher low. Okay, and I did post a message that it is highly possible for the price to break. Okay, and this is our volume candle. Based on our volume candle, we have drawn this box already. So what I did exactly when it is losing the strength, breaking this particular zone, I have taken a short position and I have closed my position here because I know this is the strong support area based on the intraday. I closed my position. I was happy. 2,500 profit done.
Okay.
Right. So let us see whether we have any other opportunities like this. See, you need to have that divergence very clearly, available on this chart. Small, movements, don't consider that as a divergence. Okay. The price should make this higher high, and your RSI should make the lower high. Then you can consider there is a divergence. Okay. Otherwise, you should not be considering that as a divergence. Exactly. If the price is, on the, making on the downside, then we are expecting the RSI to come like this and again drop. Correct. So RSI, what it will say, it will come here and again it will make this lower high.
Yes.
So it means that price is going to reverse very fast now. We should be very careful in that area. Okay. You see?
This is called convergence, no?
Yeah, this is called a divergence.
This is also divergence.
This is divergence.
Actually,
convergence happens. You need to have a histogram also to understand the convergence better. But let's not go over there. We will just look at only the divergence. That is very easy to see. Okay. And we do have another tool called MACD. but MACD is a delayed one. So there is no point in using. So MACD is talking about the convergence and divergence. So you would have a combination of things. But here we will purely talk about only divergence because it is happening at the real time. There is no lagging with you, right? So here, you know, we can't call this as a divergence, but this is slightly, the price is on the, what to say, it's breaking up, no? So it's an accumulation, right? But you see, RSI is not on the accumulation. RSI is making, higher highs. You're able to see the difference, no? Let me zoom further. You see what happened? Price is trading up and down in this box, correct? But RSI should be happening like this, up and down only, correct? But RSI already told you it is making higher highs. Remains that possibly we can expect a break. And actually the break has happened here and it went up. Let us go to Bank Nifty. Let's clear out all the drawing. So this is our, resistance and support which we have drawn. This is our range candle for the first, but most of the times this is so abnormal and it, trading above our range. Okay, this is so bullish. You see exactly the same thing. RSI is going down, but here what's happening? I would say it's either the straight line or actually, you have to draw correctly by connecting the high points. Okay, high of the candles. So when you're connecting the high of the candle, where is it going? It is going towards up only. When it is going towards up, what is happening? RSI is going towards down. So the moment RSI is, breaking this 60, this is where the break also happened. I took positions here, P, and we did already our support line here. That is what my area. I took the profit, exited.
Okay. P you bought it.
Yes, I bought P.
Clear?
Yes, I bought PE and I don't look at PE. I just look at the spot price here because options are derived from futures. So I look at the futures point where it is trading now, right? So it came to the support level, I have closed. If I kept my PE, I might have been in the last, no, right? And what is our first volume candle says? This is our first volume candle. And again, you see,
That is a support.
that is a support. And we do have one more support line already drawn. That's a safe place for us to exit. Whether it is, kind of falling down, distribution happened, again falling down, let it happen. When it is happening again, when we have a confirmation candle, like drop down, there was a pullback. Again, when the A pattern is forming, we will enter there.
Okay.
But this is a safe place for to exit. Once one, position, whatever we have started, it is closed, done. But what would happen if I waited? Either I should be covering with the cost and or I will be in the loss, no?
Loss.
So why I should take that? I closed my positions. If it is falling down, then again we can take, right? So similarly, you need to have that thought process and see once this divergence corrected. See what happened here. We had a divergence. Price fell down. It took a support. RSI also took a support at around 40. Actually, the divergence now it is over. Whatever the divergence created here, it resulted already in the price falling down. So now the price is corrected. Now RSI also taking the journey towards how the price is, forming up. You're able to make it. So here the higher highs, I wouldn't say exactly higher, but at least exactly to the high, which is still okay. You know, when you are seeing the divergence, you need to have a clear either upside or downside, not like very close range. So now let us consider our support and resistance and combine the RSI and this. So I told you, whenever you are trading, as per our strategy, we will identify the first candle. So this is the first candle. So here our first candle will be the support or resistance box. So the volume generated here. So let us draw. The moment we draw, we can easily identify the strength of the price. So now let us review with RSI. First candle fell down. There was a gap up from here. That's why from this RSI point to down it went. Okay. If you see the price, whatever is moving, RSI was exactly moving to the same course. No divergence has formed. And at the same time, since this is at below 40, there was no break up also happened. You're able to connect?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you see this here, this is our range candle, no? For the day, right? People who are not looking at that RSI, they might think, see, this might have formed as a proper green candle when the price was hitting this high now. And what happened? Volume was also generating. People might have considered this as a, okay, now we have a breakup, let us buy. But this is a fake breakout. Breakout also did not happen. Whenever, but if you have seen RSI or if you have RSI in your plate or in your chart, definitely you would not enter this trade. Correct?
Yeah.
You would wait for the price to break up. Again, there should be a pullback. Then you will enter if the price is breaking this V pattern. If something like that happened, like it broke, went down, again it is trying to go up, here we can enter. If that is happening, what RSI might have reacted? RSI might have came out of the 40, it might have went towards the 60, and again it will start falling down. Possibly, I'm talking about the possibilities only. I'm not promising here. Okay, it means that price also slowly will come to this resistance place. It will come till here. When it is touching this place, RSI will be 60, and again it might come down or fall. When it is falling down, highly possible RSI for us to touch the 60. When RSI is touching the 60, it is not a necessary price has to come to the place where it started. Please remember that, because this RSI is calculated based on the last 14 candles, right? When the price is coming here, it will consider the last 14 candle, no? So the calculations will change. So it could be highly possible when the RSI is touching here, again it is going up. This could be a breakup also. Anything is possible. So that's why whenever such breakouts are happening, you need to have for a pullback and re-enter. That is a safe entry. Otherwise, you will lose. Okay. So now I'll take Indigo. Okay. There is one more thing. I was watching Indigo. I was having a plan to trade Indigo. But the thing is, the first candle, whatever formed here, the volume candle, it is very heavy, meaning very big, very lengthier one. Because it is a lengthier one, I was not having the confidence that, I was unable to come to a conclusion of the direction of a candle or the direction of the price where it will go. But when I was waiting, I got an opportunity for another next volume candle to form, which is this. So though we have the resistance and support identified with the first volume candle, we got an opportunity to identify another volume candle in the box, and we got one. So with that, you see what happened price. It was trading here, went down, again it took a support in our box, again it went up. The high it went only till here, again it went down. See the levels, whatever we are identifying here as a support or resistance, it is respecting a lot, correct? And you see, now you compare with RSI. Let us assume you did not take this position, which is totally okay. Now, as per RSI, our basic expectation is that it has to draw exactly as per how the price is, going up. So the price went here, RSI was here, price went down, RSI went down, price went till here. It means that RSI should come till here, no? But did not come. So this is a divergence. Price is not making higher high, but at least it tried the same resistance level.
Yes.
If the price, came only till here, went down, then you can, match with the RSI movement. RSI already gave you clue. We can expect a fall from the price, right? So when we know where, see, this is the trend line that you can even draw on the RSI. When this trend line is breaking, most probably this line, you can enter the position and you can target this place. Because we know for sure that price will trail up to this place, correct? Because we already identified this is a support zone. So it is very safe for us to enter. Now let us look at the price wavelengths. Came here, went down, came here, went down, again it went down. So this is an A pattern. This V pattern did not break out, but the A pattern did break out. When the A pattern did break out, what happened? Price fell. Where price fell? Up to the previous day support place. Okay, and where the previous day support place? Plus or minus same. So whenever you are trading, you need to know how to connect the price range with RSI and the support and resistance to take a better decisions. Is that clear?
Yeah, Param.
So maybe we can look at one more. Any favorite stock? We will draw everything new and see. This is my market live draw when I was trading. I did not take this trade because I already put my money into other trades. I don't have enough money to enter into this position, so I was just watching. That's it. I could not enter this. Anyways,
Okay.
okay. Tell me any stock. We'll take TCS.
Okay.
All right. So previous day is a very good example with RSI. We'll see the previous day one. So this is when the entire IT stock the previous day it was down. Okay, right. So we had a gap up the previous day. So the price was continued to stay below the 40. Since it was below 40, it is called bearish. The entire day stock was on the bearish mode only. With our regular trading methodology, we identify the first volume candle. So this is a first volume candle. We draw the high and low of the first volume candle. So when it is breaking, see, and also one more thing, please see this. Be very careful. This is the lower range which is already identified. right? In our next sessions, in the following sessions, when we are identifying the triangle patterns, this will be more clear. Okay, you see what happened? There is a triangle forming. Okay, and highly possible for this triangle to break this price range. Reason number one, gap down. Reason number two, price was continuously hitting the low. Reason number three, RSI continued to be below 40, right? Reason number four, we already identified our support area. Since RSI is below 40, there is no sign of taking a support from here. It is highly possible for the price to break this particular low. So you can 50 paise or something, because the value is like 3000 something, no? So you can easily keep 50 paise for, and you can keep your short position already available whenever the price is cut, passing this, you can take. But you can ask me, okay, where I should exit. To identify that, you need to see the history and okay, see, my God, it's a very good place. This was a support, correct? And that support was,
Yeah.
easily broken down. What else you wanted? Correct. Whenever such things are happening, whatever is this price range, right? Here to here, you see the difference. The high price is 3402. Let us consider 3400 just for an easy calculation. So the lower range here is at 3354. So we will consider that as 3350, 50 points. Okay. Whenever such things are happening, please target for 25 points. Okay. Why did I say 25 points? Because we already have a gap down, right? When the price we will reverse, we will not know exactly. When you don't have a certainty, take the length and keep the half of the length as your target. Okay, so 25 points. Let us see from here 25 point took or not. So 3354 to 25, meaning it's a very big calculation. Let me put it as 3355, right? So 25 meaning, so it will come to 40, it will come to 30, and then it should be 25, correct? So price should have gone to 3325. It did reach 3325.
Should be.
Yeah. See what happened? The 50% of this value is our support also. Correct. If you kept the 50, at this moment, you will not know whether it will go, take a support from your, what if it is reversing? You will be losing that 25 points also, no? So if you have shorted 100, 2,500 rupees ECPC. Don't worry about further falling down. It's all uncertain, right? See, when the price, started taking the support, when it is reached here, it was almost about 30 range, right? What if?
So Param, you first day of our training, you told that Fibonacci series also,
We
right?
can,
That also
yes,
follow
that
here.
also we can do. See, what else? Fibonacci, exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
61%. Our target is
Yeah.
25 points. Exactly this white line.
Yes. So target can be fixed
Yeah.
this way.
If actually the price started falling down from this area, somewhere here, right? Then definitely I might have targeted 50 points because you don't have a big gap up, right? And also you here, this was your support as per your previous history also. What if price started falling down and took a support from here? Correct. So that did not happen. So if it is starting from here, this entire position might have, moved a little higher. Correct. So when the price is, coming here, definitely it will have a pullback and again it will break down. Because this is our support, right? Whenever it is reaching that support, it should take that pullback. No. If it is not having the strength, then the support will fail. Again, it will break down. Simple. Correct.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go back to our schedule. We did see these portions. We did see, price waves. The price waves meaning understanding the trend, identifying how the price is moving. So marking this high or low of the points of a candle will give you this price wavelengths. RSI setup we have seen. Using RSI, we did understand whether the stock will be bullish or bearish. We did see the divergence.
Yeah.
And using the divergence, bullish and bearish, and we combined the RSI and support and resistance, and we did see how the trade has happened. Okay,
Yeah.
let me show you finally one more thing where I used in my trading in the last session. So I gave okay, let me pick it up. So in our channel, we did see, we shortlisted some stocks, no? Just going for that.
Last week.
So
Yeah.
these are all the stocks we have shortlisted. So we will see what has happened on the, let me take this one. This is easy to draw. Okay, Ambuja Cements. I'll change this to 5 minutes. Right. So Ambuja Cement, this is the 20th. And as per our strategy, this is the first candle where it formed the, what to say, the support and resistance. Okay. And actually, if you are asking me, I did entered this place. I was not waiting for this to happen. You can ask me, Param, why are you not following that rule? Yes, I could follow, but I was able to predict what could happen in advance. Number one, this is a gap up, correct? Number two, high is equal to open. This is what happened. Number three, when two is true, the price will not have strength most probably. Okay. Actually, what happened? Price went here. It took a pullback. And again, I already knew that there will be highly possible that this breakdown will happen. So I already shorted here. Okay. So since I started the price already here, without this, our box support and resistance, now I need to wait, right? So what if I'm unable to identify shortly? What if the price is, now actually what happened for the next candle? Reverse immediately, no. What if it went high?
Correct.
So I kept my stop loss 20-30 paisa above this high. If it is reversing, then I should be exiting here with a very small loss. Okay, so it did not happen. It came till high of this and started falling down. By the time we had our box also ready, right? So when the box was ready, I was little confident that Okay, so now we know where would be our optimum levels. And actually what happened, price came till here. I kept my target price as this place where the breakup happened.
Okay.
This is where the volume also spiked last time. So I kept this breakup as my target price. It started
Okay.
falling down, but it came till here considering this support. I did not see this line properly, or I did not see the candle properly. So you need to see the latest one, not the old one, because latest one comes first.
Oh.
If I've noticed this properly, I might have kept this line as a target one. I might have closed my position with a profit of at least 900 here, because the price value is very small. No, I took 500 shares here. I shorted here. This is a very small, 365 to 363 something. That's why I said 900 rupees or 1100 or 1200. That range I might have got, not more than that. Okay, but I was waiting for this, but the price never came to this. But again, it fell to my price. But I was not having patience till 130. I closed my position with 180 rupees for profit. If I waited, then I could have got it. But who knows, right? It took a support basically from here. It was on our support zone for a long time. And it went, what if it went up? That is uncertain, right?
Yeah.
So now in this situation, let us see if I had RSI, what could have happened? So we'll change our RSI setting to where is this here?
Upper. That's right. You have to go
Yeah.
indicators.
Right. So I'll change the values to 60 and 40. Okay. This RSI on this, what you call trading view, it will not have smooth lines. This is why I don't like trading view when I'm looking at RSI. That's why I keep two sheets. Okay. Anyway, coming to ours. RSI was not making any divergence for me. Right? That is another thing. I don't have patience to keep this weight and see what's happening. Why I need to risk, correct? See, this candle was a sudden spike. What if there is a sudden spike which is breaking this resistance level? Possibly can happen now. And this is exactly at the support area. Why to risk it? Exit, fine. At least we are not in a loss, but we are with a very small profit, which is still okay. Right? Okay, so now let us look at the next one. So what we have seen, Ambuja Cement, next one is ICICI Prudential. So I took Ambuja Cement, which is profit. So next one is ICICI Prudential. Okay, so ICICI Prudential, I did not take a trade. I should have taken it, but too many things at the same time happened. Okay, because I have to watch simultaneously 3-4 stocks now. Right.
Yeah.
So what was my thought process when the first candle formed? See, first candle is an indication telling you there is a, I won't say uptrend, but this is bullish. Reason being, the sellers are losing the strength and buyers are taking control here. See this candle, right? This is where the buyer's strength. This is where the seller's strength. So I would say this is 1:2, right?
Yeah.
So this is a kind of an alert candle telling you do not take short positions. Wait for a confirmation. So it did not give me any opportunity for short position. Next candle formed, next candle formed. See, this is kind of a triangle, right? It broken out and it went up. When it is going up, our formula came up. We identified the support or resistance zones. So if the market is in the downtrend yesterday, then this could have eventually fall down. The market was strong. So it kept our, this is our resistance, no? It came down, it broken out. This is a perfect place for you to enter, right? So anyway, we have our stop loss here, no? Why we need to worry? Came down, it did not go below to this. This is again confirming you the price has a strength. And it started going down. And this is our resistance line. Our box top is resistance, no? Whenever the price is breaking the resistance, that will act as a support, correct? So it was continuously taking the support level and it moved up.
Param, I have one query here. See, if you see this RSI, I think after 1 hour, that in the chart the candle is showing us a high, but in the RSI it is showing us a high low. See, it is going upward and it
Yeah,
looks like a
excellent question. Excellent question. But you see the volume also. You had a divergence here, but the divergence did not come to an existence for the price to fall. The same volume where it was taken out by the sellers, then definitely the price could have fallen at least till our support area.
So when we just get
You're able to
divergence,
follow?
then we can just look for the volume also as a confirm.
Yes, you can have. See, that is why I'm telling you, don't take positions blindly, right? Let us look at this trend. See, the price did not break. When I'm saying breaking, I'm talking about the closing, right? You just had a very, very small wick here and your support line is nearby. Even though it is breaking up, you should not take, no, because your support is near and you can expect after touching here, it can go reverse also, no. So until this point, there is no stoppage for this trend. It was having this continued trend. Yes. And let me connect this highs. When I'm connecting this line, now you see, you remember our price wavelength. It was having this up and down between these lines, right? This area, this sharp area or the narrow area is called pinnet. Okay, it can be this triangle or it can be coming in this way or it can be any form, this way also or this way also. All these edges are called pinnets. Okay, when the pinnet is losing the strength, it is highly possible to break down. You see what happened at the time. RSI was very strong, 80. RSI going to 100 is very, very unlikely on the live market. Very, very unlikely. Okay, so it is highly possible for the price to fall. It did not even fall up to our price range. Correct. Basically, this is a very good entry in terms of buy side. Okay, so see, just to one or two things, RSI we learned, support and resistance we learned will not be sufficient. That's why we have kept our courses in terms of identifying the triangles also. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So now let us go to the next one from our filtering. Next we took IRCTAC. So IRCTC, again, let us apply the same rule what we kept for RSI. It was a gap up with first rule gap up. Second thing came up like open is equal to high. But when I'm looking at the candle, the pressure on the seller side is, more than the buyer side. This is more than 50%, seller only occupying more. It is showing the strength of the
Yeah.
bearish. But that is not a confirmation for you to take a short position. Please remember that. Okay. So, but basically this is forming this symmetric triangle. Okay. That is another thing that we will discuss in our next session when it is scheduled. But again, let us go back to our regular one. So where the first volume candle formed, sorry, this is the place where our first volume candle formed. Okay. Since we had our first volume candle, let us identify the support and resistance of that particular area. What is our role? Whenever we are identifying the support and resistance, when it is breaking down, we have to take it. When it is breaking up, we have to go up.
Wow.
Sometimes you see the previous candle, this is an inside candle. Okay. It is very safer side. You keep this as the price levels because you see the small wicks always can happen. Okay. But actually what I did, I took this price breakdown. I was not waiting for this and all because I do have one confirmation already and RSI is at high. It started
Param,
falling down.
this the box where you have highlighted, that candle is lesser than the previous candle, right? So
No,
how you
see
have
very clearly. Let me zoom out.
Volume is there, right?
This one. Read the
okay.
volume here. Where is the volume here? See, this is a volume. Look at the green one. How much? 25.49, right?
Okay.
27.22.
No,
So obviously
that is
this is
correct.
greater, no?
Because the box started from the fourth
Yeah.
candle, I think
Yeah.
you might have got confused. Actually, it should start from the fourth.
That you don't worry. Okay, okay.
Mm.
It's not a big deal, no. We identified the first candle. You, draw the length wherever the way you wanted. No problem.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it is highly safe. If you have a, candle with wick, you consider that as a point to either see what if you have, this is a candle. You have broken, you took a short position. You kept your stop loss exactly on this above. Then stop loss, you might have, hit it, right? That's our rule, no? Above this line is our stop loss. If you exactly keep above this line, then you're missing this profit, right? So take the near one where is having the higher portions. You keep that as a stop loss. If you have taken this, buy position, then keep this as a stop loss. If you have taken sell position, then this you keep it as stop loss. That will be a safer place. Okay, right. So now let us understand the price journey. So price started falling down here. Typically, this is your ideal target. Okay, with this target only, you can take 1:2. You can simply close this.
Yeah.
Okay, but you see what happened from here, the volume started going up. Okay, what I was expecting during the trading hours, okay, volume started spiking up here. It is highly possible price can come till here. It can have a little spike, meaning pullback, and again it will break down and it can go down. That is what my expectation, but market did not happen the way what I thought. It started reversing. This is a panic place, right? You were on a profit of 1,000 something. It started going up, but it's almost at your stop loss. Good that it did not come to our stop loss. And again started falling down. When it was started falling down, it had a good strength. Came down, pull back. It's a very good fall. Again, pull back, very good fall. And this is where I kept my target. Target done. Okay, why I kept my target there? we'll see the previous day. This is a place price tested 2 times, correct? Wherever we do have multiple touches, that could be a stronger area to act as a support or resistance, correct? That is a place price went and again reversed. Safe place to exit. Please do not wait for the price to exactly come for this line. Keep that 20-30 paisa, up or down. That was a profitable trade. So Ambuja Cements profit, ICICI did not execute, IRCTC profit, HCL Tech. So let's go to HCL Tech. Right. So I'll clean up everything. Right. What is HCL Tech talking about?
Bullishness,
Yeah,
I think.
basically we had a gap up. Okay. And the first candle also telling you it is giving the buyer strength, right?
Bullish. No.
So let us not. We can blindly enter also, but we don't have the box candle form. No way we need to be in a hurry. So wait. So we have our first candle formed. Where is our first candle formed? This is our first volume. Since our first volume formed, let's draw the box. Okay. After our first, candle formed, you see the reaction. It went here. It did not go up. Came down again here. Now middle of the box only. It did not even go, above the box. Volume started drying up. And look at the RSI. RSI started going down. Price is at the same stage, but RSI is at the down, right? It is highly possible price will fall down. So since it is highly possible, do we have to really wait for here? No need to wait. And we can mark, you see this this lines. You had 2 lows. Based on the 2 lows, draw the line. We have one more triangle can be drawn here. Whenever this is, breaking down, it is safe to exit, meaning safe to enter. I took my position here and I took my profit on this place, high of this one. Okay, because that is where the consolidation happened. Again, it fell down. But I can't assume that same thing will happen and fall down, right? So this is the safest place for me to exit. I did exit, profit. Here also 1000 plus. IRCTC also 1000 plus. Ambuja Cements, I should have kept it properly. Technically, I might have got more than that. Right? So Nifty also exactly the same strategy. Bag Nifty also exactly the same strategy. Simply following it, we can take profit. Okay. Any questions before we close?
I have 2 questions. Okay. It is not related to this, but it is related to the trading. Question number 1. So whenever you are identifying this kind of opportunity, you directly do the trading in the particular stock, or you go to the options and then you take the position back.
Okay. If I understand your question, I am identifying a stock and then will I go to options? I mean, your voice was not clear, so I'm just phrasing the question again. Are you asking me after identifying the stock, will I go to options to
That is
see
my
something
question.
and take here or? No. For the stock, the equity one, I don't even look at the options. But when I wanted to trade on Bank Nifty or Nifty, I trade based on options only, because if you want to take Nifty, it doesn't mean that I will not do. Sometimes I will do. So if you want to buy one lot of Nifty, you need 1,04,000, right? But at the same time, if you're talking about a Nifty May expiry with 1,600, see, for an example, if I buy that one for one lot, I just need 18,000, right? When you're entering here, if it is just going 10 points, you get 500 rupees. So if your capital is 1 lakh, you can easily have 200 here. When you have 200, you would be needing only 72,000. When you're trading with 2,000, easily 10 pots going up will give you 2,000 rupees. But if it is going opposite, 10 points, you'd be losing 2,000 rupees. That's why you should be very, very careful when you are doing options. In one trading also, you can become rich person. In one trading also, you can become a poor person. Okay. So yeah,
That
when
is
see options is high risk, high reward. Futures are low risk, or sorry, I would say low reward, but still the risk is there. But I would not say high, but I would say on an average. We are talking about only Nifty positions. We are not talking about the futures of equities. Okay, we are talking about the financial, futures only, right? So when you're talking about a Nifty, if you are losing 10 points, because Nifty you can take only one lot, per lot you need 50. Sorry. Okay, if you are investing this 1 lakh 5,000, if your target is only 10 points either side, your loss is limited to only 500 rupees, right? But if you have got the options with the 4 lots, 200 quantities, 10 points going down, you will have 2,000 rupees loss, right? I'm okay with small fish, not with the big fish. See, this consistent small profits will take you higher than consistent big losses, correct? So that's why, I take more time entering into options. I don't give any, urgency to do trade at all. See, the single trade with 500 shares, if you are able to get 4 rupees, we can easily gain, 2,000 in equities itself. Correct. Yeah,
yes.
you need little more capital to trade with 500 because, now SEBI reduced the margin that what the broker has to give, right? So you can't have more margin also from the broker, which is another way to reserve or protect your capital. Correct. Yeah.
Yes, that is that is good
But
actually.
people who have less capital who wants to trade with low capital, then they would be able to take low quantity only. That is unavoidable. Right.
Yes.
Yes. That was your first
And the
question. I
second
hope I have
question,
answered.
Yes.
whenever you are going to, after
So
just
next.
seeing this
Mm-hmm.
analysis, whenever you are taking a trade, suppose you are planning to do a sell stop, means after a particular point, suppose it is 105,
Mm-hmm.
now you want to sell it when it goes below 104. That is our support break. Okay. So at that time,
Mm-hmm.
you will go with the sell limit or you will go with the
Mm-hmm.
sell market.
Okay. So let us take this example of IRCTC. I'll tell you like exactly, what did I do? I'll remove all these markings just to avoid confusions. I told you in advance that identified the box. This is our first candle. And I know the strength it is losing, so it has to fall eventually. So what is the low of this candle? Low you see here. Low of this candle says 663.45, right? And see, we already have one small wick which already formed, right? We don't want to get fooled by this small wick. So let us understand what is the low of this 663. So the difference between this 6643 and 45, and that is 45 paise. For 600 rupees, stocks 45 paise distance is a very decent one. Okay, I don't remember exactly the point, but most probably I might have kept stop loss limit to trigger at 663.05, 662.95. This was the entry. My capital here was only 26,515 rupees required. When the price is touching this line, it will trigger. It's not necessarily it has to. Finally, it is not possible for you to get the same price. Anything between this 95 to 63.05, you will get it. So the moment your target is executed, then wait. You already, you know, I know what to say. You have entered your positions. Now you have to wait for your target to happen. This is a place, where the first target one, if you wanted to close, this is what your ideal place you should have entered. Considering the previous one, then this is what the right place for you to, because here you see, based on that, this is the right place for you to exit. But I did consider this area, okay, precise here, because this is a previous high and this is a open price also. So next, on the next wave, I got the price. Yeah, I did exit with profit. And luckily, okay, see the movement what happened here on RSI is exactly telling you. It came here, went here. It was on 60 to 65 only, this area. It falling down. It went to 40 range, right? 40 range, and our target we have taken out. Yeah, though it did not go below this support area, RSI was having the strength below only. It was not having the strength, right?
So,
But again, it suited up. When it was shooting up, you see where it was. It's a very small price distance. But RSI is already about like 40 to 50 range. Correct. And when this V broken on RSI, that is the place exactly here, this price also broken. Don't worry about how far it is going. Is it happening or not? But it did not go more than 60. When it is coming to the 60, it took the rally. Where it stopped the rally, where the previous support happened, because previous support is your resistance. And again, it went down. It was just, oscillating here. So support and resistance. What is your candle says? What is your volume says? What is your RSI reading? This is sufficient for you to do an intraday trading. Easily you can take 2 to 5,000 in a day. And for the last 1 month, I am taking profit consistently. Not even one day went to zero or negative.
So this 1 month is you
Correct.
have consistency. So before that, last this month
This
before.
month before, I was not following the strategy. See, rule number 1.
Okay.
Greed. I fail. Okay. Because if this is what our spot, I should exit now. I keep my target at the long.
Yeah.
And I take more quantities. Next one is panic. You know your stop loss here now. Why you can't wait for that price to break up and go? So we panic. Oh my God, anyway it is going to break up and go. Let us exit at least with 100 rupees, 200 rupees. Let us reduce the loss. We exit. And later when it is reaching your target, you really feel very bad. Right? So because when you're taking the stop loss here, you already decided, okay, 1,000 rupees, I'm ready to take the risk. Right? Here it is, 900 rupees. You are not going to, build a new house with 100 rupees. No. Let it happen if it is happening. My target per day is 2,500 to 4,000 that I can bear as a loss. If it is
Yeah.
2,500, already I have got a loss. I will be careful on the trading. In my next trading also going to fail. If it is reaching 4,000, then stop for the day. Don't try to challenge the market and try to reverse the losses. No need. Let us assume my today is a day I couldn't sell very well and I lost. That's it.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, Param, one more thing, can you check? This is right now we're checking in stocks and Nifty and Bank Nifty. Is that possible to just check the same way in our
You can check,
currency
but the
also?
thing is, for us to apply this formulas or calculations, currency market is not having a proper start date. Since you don't have a proper
Okay.
start date, you can't apply this rule. So if you can't apply this
Okay.
rule, what else we can do? Let us see. Let's take currencies. Where is currencies? Forex. Let's take this. So when we are looking at this, we can first play with our resistance,
Yeah.
support. And if you see, the price was trading between this range only. Without this range, it did not go anywhere. Since this is trading on a range, we can use Fibonacci to identify the wavelengths from the high to low. Yeah. So
Yeah.
with the possibility, when the volume is, drying somewhere, you can identify the first fresh candle to, let us take this portion. Okay. Volume is, drying down. This is our first candle. Okay. Let's try to, see how the candle is reacting. Box formed. What happened? Originally, price came down. It had a pullback. It did not go beyond the box. Again, it fell down. Where it fell down, first 61%, one target done. Second 50%, second target done. Third 38%, third target also done. See, each and every Fibonacci levels, it had a
Okay.
pullback. And
Yeah.
luckily, this can happen only if it is trending on a particular zone. We already identified the support and
Yeah.
resistance. By looking at a huge days, we are able to see the market is going on the sideways. When it is going on sideways, then definitely when it is reaching the resistance, it has to fall down. It's falling down. So when it is falling down, we will take a confirmation what would be our best area. If it is we have taken a shot going above this price, don't keep a stop loss here because this is your previous swing high, right? Wait for this high to high is breaking up or not. If it is breaking up, then you exit here. This time you can change the stop loss because you have a resistance very nearby. Yeah, and you can continue.
Okay.
I'm not very much interested. Yeah.
So in this case, RSI, how we are going to connect it now? We connecting with the Fibonacci, but how we can connect the
Okay.
RSI with
With
the
RSI, what is your
price
rule?
levels?
Above 60, bullish. Below 40, bearish. When you
Yeah.
entered it, is it not the
Yes.
same price, 60? And you don't have a
Yeah.
confirmation for price to go up above 60 here or the price, right? It started falling down. This is what your entry point. And RSI is also started going down.
Okay.
Going down, where this is a place.
Till
This
40.
is the first time when it approached 40. When it is approached 40, you already got this more than 1:2, this distance. I would say this is 1:3.
Yeah.
Up to 50% is sufficient profit only, no? Also, the 50% distance 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a safe place for you to exit.
Yeah.
Right? And what happened further? RSI tried to go up. Price also tried. It failed again. RSI also fell down. It fell to nearly 30. When it is falling, see from 30 to 40 to 30, see the price gap. So very big price gap. The same length what you have gained here, you have the same length here also. It's not necessary for you to fall from 60 to 30 no here. You had a break. This is called what? Distribution. So price came here. It's a rallying down, right? So distribution started. Again, this is basically a distribution, redistribution, and again it fell. So some or the other way, it will touch our calculations all the time. Yeah. So now you look at what happened at this price levels after reaching this 30. When it is reaching the 30, this is the lowest point. Please be very careful what I'm seeing here. This is a good point for you to be ready with your next trade. This is first lowest point, right? This is the first lowest point. When the second lowest point came here, it made a lower low here, but it happened like higher low. But this is not a confirmation for you to trade, right? You can be thinking that, okay, price might start. Where you can enter when the breakup is happening. So this is the zone where the consolidation happened, Wait for that price to go above this zone, then you can enter here. Where we can take a profit, again you have the same levels because previous support and resistance, you can consider, 38%, again 50%. And see, that is where it was trading. And actually what happened with RSI? It went up to 60. When 60 reached here, this is a price.
60.
It was not having the bullishness. That's why again it fell down. And it is falling down. It came to that 23% in Fibonacci. It reached your 40 level and again it went up. Again it went. See how price is very much relative with RSI, or RSI is how much relative with the price. That would be the right thing to say.
Yeah. And
Yes.
respecting the Fibonacci level.
Right. So Fibonacci levels can act at a major point, but it is not necessarily it has to act. Remember that. Because you see, when it came for the first time, it reacted for 23%. But the next time it was not checking here, no, it directly broke up. It means that this, though it is Fibonacci level, it's not having that much of a strength. You had a support on this price area once. You had support again. You had again. But when it was breaking up, you see all those support zones broken. This became like a resistance now, no? Because the price was trading down here.
Yeah.
And it broken up, went up.
Yes.
Clear, everyone?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, great. Now it's
Yes,
time for
Param.
feedback. You tell me from the last session and this session, what is your understanding from our sessions? Meaning, I'm not asking you to explain what is your understanding. Where were you before the first session and this session? And what is your level of understanding from our sessions?
I was zero. I don't know anything. Now at least I am understanding support resistance. Today this RSI. I gave you some examples also now today. Just draw some lines and all. Earlier nothing. I'll try from Monday. I'll see
Good.
in the real time.
Actually, for me, I'm knowing RSI and all, but connect how the way you teaching for connecting the pricing. That is earlier lot many YouTube I watched, but this way connection was not taught there. So this is different level of understanding.
Great.
Yeah, Param, actually, I have seen many YouTube channels. Everybody
It will help
explain
anyway.
the different indicators, but generally they don't try to connect with the multiple indicators on a single chart. And I never use this volume, just what volume is going to play when we are just just watching this price trend. But I think volume also plays a very important. And as per your first video, volume is the basic rule to set your support and resistance. I think that is being respected, and it is being. I think the price trend now it is showing with respect to volume, and I have learned a lot. And RSI along with the volume and that support and this resistance, I think it's very good.
Okay, glad to hear. All right, so we will connect on the next week with our next sessions.
Yeah.
That would be triangles. Okay, so we will be discussing
Okay.
mostly
Yeah.
with 3 different pattern. One is this triangle, and next one is this, and next one is this. Sorry. Okay, these 3 at least once in a time on a particular day on a particular chart you will see. Okay, so this is also related
Okay.
to support and resistance only.
Okay.
So if the price is here, then this is resistance, this is support, right? When the price is here, then resistance, this is support. When the price is here, this is resistance, this is support. Okay, so we will see how price and volume
Yeah.
will very much react for these levels on the next sessions. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Thanks
See
a
you
lot.
on the next session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank-
Karan.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
you. Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night.